Hello, everyone. This is Independent Conservative. Thank you all for joining me once again. So I want to talk about something that is disturbing, and I'm going to keep talking about this type of stuff until we, as a community of black people, start coming together and start really addressing the issue. Apparently, a few days ago, here in the state of Ohio, in a movie theater, I guess it was some area in one of the cities in the state of Ohio, a group of young people were caught coming into the movie theater with rifles. I'm going to read this article to you. With rifles, thank God they were caught. Okay, but yeah, they coming into the movie theater with rifles. Now, I'm going to show you a picture, and they got pictures of these individuals. Let me show you this. Hopefully you can see it. Here is part of it. Couple of YNs, okay? I'm just telling you what it is. Couple of YNs. And here's the other one. It's ignorant, man. Ignorant. Young kids. That's basically what they were, young kids. We're going to talk about this. Let me read it. Police are asking for the public's help in identifying several suspects involved in a weapons incident at a movie theater in Oakley. According to Cincinnati police, the incident occurred Sunday at the Cinemark Theater located at 3025 Disney Street. Wow, what a name. Investigators say multiple individuals armed with rifles attempted to enter the theater. Why? And it doesn't, the article, let me keep on reading. Authorities have released images of the suspects and are urging anyone who recognizes them or has information about the incident to come forward. Anyone with information is asked to contact Detective Blay at 513-979-4400. No additional details about injuries or arrests were immediately available. The Post, police searching for suspects who attempted to bring a rifle into Ohio movie theater, first appeared on Ohio statewide. And that's the end of the article right there, right? Yeah, something like that. You're not going to get it. It's not going to be in vast detail. Okay, I think the last situation we had where someone was brought some weapons into a movie theater, and unfortunately they did take the lives of quite a few people. I forget the man's name, but this happened years ago, I think in 2012. He was a white guy and came in the movie theater and, took the lives of, I forget how many people, 12 people, something like that. I forget how many. And that was horrible. Now, the reason why I make the distinction between the white and black is because with that situation with white people, it doesn't happen as often. The weapons, the guns, and the nonsense is not as often. It does happen, but it's not as often. What we're seeing here is a pattern among what they call YNs, okay? Because they're not a part of regular black people. I call them regular black people. These are people young people mostly, teens and early 20s, upper teens and early 20s, who have, I don't know what's going on in their head. What I do know, but I'm going to get into that a little bit here, but it's becoming a pattern. Just recently, I was watching one particular YouTube content creator. They were talking about, I think it was Jason Whitley, I think his name. Some incident happens to him. It happened in Edmond, Oklahoma, where there was a mass shooting. And there was some kind of party going on. You had a bunch of YNs there, girls twerking and all the other dumb stuff. And then somebody ends up there was a mass shooting and someone ends up getting shot, something along that line. I don't know if anybody actually died from it, but yeah, And we heard the term black fatigue. We've heard that term black fatigue. And I did a video on the whole concept of black fatigue some months ago. But it's starting to, and I thought, and when I did that video, I kind of like strayed away from it a little bit. I was like, well, okay, what's black fatigue? My stance on it. That's where I stand on it. I think a lot of people are getting tired of it, black and white. But now you would think, or at least rather, I thought that maybe perhaps things would start calming down. That a lot of these young people, a lot of them would start thinking, man, you know what? People are starting to detest being around us. They don't like to see us. So let's start trying to get ourselves together. But it don't happen. These reefer smelling, musty, black-lipped people, I mean, because that's what they do. They stink. They smell bad. They smell like pot. They smell like reefer. They smell like must. It's the evilness that pervades these young people, unfortunately. And it's so sad when you really look at it. It's an evil that pervades them when you're around them. I feel it every time I'm around them. Now, I don't initiate trying to be around them, but I feel it when I'm around them, when they come around, God forbid, and I feel it. And that's so sad because these young people have no guidance. They have no guidance, no kind of direction in life. It's a shame when you have a bunch of young people getting together and causing trouble everywhere they go. And the mainstream media and all these pro-black groups never hardly say anything about it. Where is the outrage? When this situation happened here with these black knuckleheads trying to bring rifles into a movie theater, and when this happened, I'm pretty sure that you didn't hear much about this. This is a little small article right here. You probably didn't hear much about this. Probably didn't know anything about it. Okay. Where is Reverend Al Sharpton? Where are all the pro-blackity black groups? Where are they? Why aren't they crying out? Why aren't they protesting? Why aren't they, if part of the purpose of a protest is to bring attention to a matter, because that's what it's all about, right? In essence, is to bring attention to a matter. Then why aren't all of these pro-black groups out here protesting, trying to bring attention to these young, these YNs, these young people? And please forgive me for saying, I got to be careful because I don't want to come off as being hateful, but I hate what I see. Why aren't these groups out here protesting or bringing attention to the nonsense that is taking place with our young people? Where are they? And then I get hated, and other blacks who are sensible get hated by bringing attention to it and being accused of you're betraying your people, you're betraying the black race. It makes no sense whatsoever. But nowadays, making sense doesn't make sense to people now. When you make sense, it doesn't make sense anymore. Because in their mind, they're so brainwashed and dumbed down that even when you're making sense, they find some stupid reason to try to override or delete what you just said. It's like it goes in one ear. It don't even go in one ear with them. It don't even go in one ear. The old phrase, it goes in one ear and comes out the other. It's not even relevant at this point because you can be making sense to these knuckleheads and it won't go in one ear. It won't even go in their ear. It'll go all around them. It won't go in there. It'll go all around them. They'll be sitting there looking at you like a fool. And then when it's all over, they still have the same dumbed down mindset that they had before you even said what you said. They found no logic or sense in what you said, even though what you were saying was logical and sensible and filled with factual data. They still can't see it. In my opinion, these people are brainwashed. They're under mind control. They've been so dumbed down that when someone tries to make sense, talk sensible to them, it don't make sense to them. Where are the race power groups? Where are they? Where are they? This is getting to the point where it's embarrassing, dude. Really, bro, it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing, man. And I talk about stuff like this because even though I don't get much traction in my videos. I think my videos are being, whatever you want to call it, sacred, ban, whatever. I don't know what, I forget what you call it. But I know it's true. I talk about this kind of stuff because I care. If I didn't care, I wouldn't talk about it. If I didn't care about exposing this type of stuff, it wouldn't mean nothing to me. But I'm going to keep talking about this kind of stuff because it needs to stop. Now, we can go into the idea of maybe the reason why a lot of this stuff is happening, because we can get into that with these young people, is because there are no fathers in the home. There are no fathers instructing these young people. And even in the concept of a father being in the home, he might not be in the home, but he should be in that child's life. He should have some influence in that child's life. That's part of the reason for it. That is part of the reason. We can get into that. We could also get into the reasoning behind why all these young people are acting like possessed demons, like they possessed or something. It's because of the music they listen to, the rap music that a lot of these young people listen to. And I don't hear this stuff about, well, that stuff don't have any influence on anybody. Man, come on, man. Man, stop it. Stop, bro. Stop. That's a lie. This modern rap music does have an effect on these young people. The modern rap music, if you want to call it that, it's filled with horrible sex-related lyrics, violence, you name it. There is nothing positive about the modern rap music. The junk that these music industries are pushing among our young people is exactly that, junk. And it is affecting the minds and spirits of our young people. And they're out here wilding. Whenever that music is played, it seems to always lead to something negative among these young people. And I'm not going to get into the detail of that in this video, but it is psychological. And I believe it's psychological and it's on purpose. It's on purpose. Somebody's out here who wants to destroy our children. It ain't just about making money. These industries and corporations have enough money. They got billions. It ain't about making more money. What? You got billions. Really? Are you serious? It ain't about just making money. It's about control and manipulation. And it's working. And it's mostly working among our own people. It's mostly working among our own. Bringing 2 rifles to a movie theater for what? In this article, what I found out too, is in that article, it did not mention what movie they was going to see. I don't even know. I don't know if it was a new Michael movie. I highly doubt it was the new Michael movie. I highly doubt that. Because many of these young people, teenagers and people in their early 20s know very little about Michael Jackson. Because, come on now. None of Michael Jackson's music evoked negative vibes. None of his music did. That I can remember, whether he was in his first album or his second album or his third album, none of his music that I can remember evoked negative vibes. So it couldn't have been the new Michael movie that they was going to see. It had to be probably some stupid movie, some thug movie, some kind. Because I think some kind of movie is coming out, and I think it has something to do with some rappers or something. Please tell me in the comment box. I'm not sure. I'm not really sure. So please let me know in the comment box. But what did I say? Comment box. Comment box. Comment box. But whatever the case may be, it couldn't have been the Michael movie. But my point is that something has to change. Where are the protests to make this stuff, to bring awareness to this issue. All I'm hearing from all of these pro-black people is that if a white person says something against a black person or critiques a black person or even says something racist towards a black person, you hear that all over the news. You hear it from all of these celebrities. You hear it from these rappers that, oh man, I'm gonna go up here. I'm tired of these people using the N-word and this, that, and you call me an N. Like that's really making your life hell to live in, because some white person used the N-word or is using the N-word and may be racist against black people. That's so detrimental to that individual that they got to go off and fly to another city to address this person. Are you serious? When all around you, your own people is being deleted over stupid, ignorant, dumb stuff. What's the old saying back in the days when I was growing up? Sticks and stones may break my bones, but names will never harm me. And even though that's corny now, and kind of was corny back then, it was true. And people say, well, names, words do hurt. Yeah, they do hurt. They do hurt. But let's be realistic, people. Let's be realistic, because sometimes, certain names and so forth are associated with certain events that happen in people's lives. And when their names are mentioned, it can hurt them emotionally. So in a sense, names and words can hurt. But let's keep it 100. Black people today and black people a million quadrillion years ago, you get what I'm saying? I'm being sarcastic, who experienced real racism, real discrimination. I'm going to keep saying that. And all the rest, right? White folks was calling them all kinds of names. The KKK was running around lynching black folk, bro. They were being discriminated against on the north and the south. They couldn't go to certain places. They were called the N-word all the time. Men were called boys and women were called gals. Gal, you get on out of here. Boy, grown man called a boy. Name calling, right? Very offensive, very racist, very condescending. And yet somehow they found, black folks back in them days, they found the strength to say, you know what? I know who I am. I'm somebody, even though you said what you said about me, I'm somebody. They found the strength within to say, I'm somebody, and I'm going to make something out of my life. Okay. In other words, the bottom line is this. They were experiencing real oppression that really hurt them. They had firsthand experience with that kind of oppression. Black people today, I don't care who they are not having the same kind of experiences. Black people in America are not having the same kind of experiences. Now, you may have some isolated incidents because you got a zillion, quadrillion, billion, zillion people in the country. Once again, I'm being sarcastic, but you should get my point. So, of course, you're going to have some isolated incidents of racism. But let's keep it 100. Let's keep it real. Is it really these isolated incidents of racism? Is it really affecting the general population of black Americans? No, it's not. That's not my opinion. That's a fact. We're not experiencing, young people today and black people, young blacks today and black people today in America are not experiencing that kind of oppression. So why is it that we're allowing names and words to hurt us to the point where we're willing to assault somebody and physically hurt somebody? In the meantime, all of our young people all around us are being deleted with guns. Oh, we'll go run after that white person that says something racist against another person. We'll go after them. We'll protest for them. We'll rah for them. But our young people, we don't give a damn what happens to them. We don't. We don't give a flip what happens to them. We don't. Because if we did, we would bring awareness to it. Just like we bring awareness to this so-called racism and systemic racism and white supremacy bull crap, we would do the same with our young people. But we don't do it in our black culture because we don't give a damn. We don't care. We don't care. That's why we don't say nothing. We're brainwashed, we're dumbed down, and we're ignorant. Period, bottom line. It is what it is. I know people don't like what I'm saying, but they know it's the truth. They know it's the truth. They know it is the truth. They know it's the truth and get mad at me. Well, I don't care. I don't give a flip, bro. I don't care. I do not care. I care about our young people. Our young people are dying, bro. They're dying. I'm sorry. I know that a lot of this is entertainment purposes, but I'm real about this, man. I really, this is serious. This needs to be addressed. This needs to stop. This black fatigue among our young, and blacks period, but particularly among young people, young blacks, it needs to stop, man. It needs to stop. Parents need to start being parents. Fathers need to stop being fathers. We need to stop listening to this nasty rap music. That rap music that's coming out, it needs to be destroyed and put out of the lives of these young people because it has negative influences on them. Yes, it does. And is invoking them and provoking them to act out. We need to get rid of all of that junk. And we need to bring back God in our lives. We need to bring God back in our lives. We need to start going back to church like we used to before the 1960s. Most black people were going to church. They were raised with standards and morals and values. They're not raised with standards and morals and values today. It's all go for yourself. Do your thing. Because we don't care. We don't care. We don't care. It is what it is. And I hate to be so cynical, but it's hard to be positive when you see something like this. It's hard to be positive when you read something like this. And God forbid, summer ain't even got here yet. Summer's not here yet. God forbid what's going to happen. God forbid. God forbid. I hope things get better, but I don't think it is. I don't think it is. If black people don't get it together, if we don't get it together in this country, if black Americans don't get it together, I ain't talking about Africa and all that. They got their stuff together. As a matter of fact, most Africans don't even like us. Most black Africans, rather, don't even like us. That's real talk. I'm talking about black Americans, man, as a whole. We don't get our act together, it's over for us. It's over for us in terms of having any real positive influence in society. The influence we had in this society in the past, man, was awesome. We were somebody. People looked up to us. We were so good at what we were doing that white folks was coming to us, wanting to be in our businesses and schools and so forth. We were so good. But now we are a laughing stock. We are a shadow, a shell of what we used to be. Intellectually, morally, spiritually, and socially. We're a shell of that. Name something that black people in general that's put out there is really positive. They name it. I ain't talking about the rappers. Please don't name the rappers because you'll make me throw up. I already told you about what these nasty rappers, Cardi B and all the rest of them, please. And I feel kind of sorry for them too. I feel sorry for them because they slaves to the system. But the junk that they're spitting is just that. It's junk. It's junk. It's vomit food. It's vomit food. It's vomit, but they still eat it. Now that's disgusting. That's disgusting to vomit something up and then somebody eat it. But people eating it. The young people eating it. Black Americans are eating it, but mainly the young people are eating it. Vomit food. And they regurgitate it back up in their actions. When is this going to end, man? When is it going to end? I had to say what I had to say because, it needs to be dealt with. But what do you guys think? I know some people going to say what they're going to say, but I stand on what I stand. I don't hear nothing. Hey, see what you would believe. I stand on what I stand. What do you guys think about what's going on today? What do you guys think about these young people here bringing rifles to a movie theater? What do you think about this? What do you think needs to be done? What do you think needs to be done? Leave your comments in the comment section below. Like, share, subscribe to my channel. God bless you all, and see you again.